Solo Leveling Episode 5 Recap. Let's start. Starts with several nurses chatting about Sung's miraculous athletic development. During their conversations, we see Sung performing several exercises from push-ups to squats. One of the nurses tells Sung he'll be discharged from the hospital today. She asks for his contact information and Sung exchanges it with her. Then we cut to an interview between a woman and a male S-rank hunter named Baek Yunho. She asks him several questions regarding his ordinary and hunter lifestyle. Then, we cut to Jina watching the interview from home. She notices she's running late and calls out to Sung. Jina glances at Sung and notices he's changed. Sung gives Jina an umbrella and tells her to stay safe. Alone, Sung checks his player log and notices he still needs to complete his daily quest's running task. Then, he checks his status and learns he still has points left from his last trial. He questions what stat he should apply these points toward. Afterward, Sung's landlord calls him about his late rent payment. He tells Sung he can hold off on the due date, but Sung insists he can pay him soon. Sung contemplates ways he can earn money swiftly and adequately. Later, Sung completes his running requirement and accepts the rewards for completing his daily quest. Then, Sung meets Hwang Dong-suk and gets ridiculed by Hwang's subordinates because of his weak hunter moniker. Hwang calms his allies down and relays intel about what he wants Sung to help them accomplish during their C-rank dungeon expedition. He informs Sung they don't plan to share spoils with him but are planning to pay him a lot of cash for his help. Sung learns that Hwang doesn't have a healer in his party and questions him about it. Hwang says he tends to operate without one, which bugs Sung a bit. Nevertheless, Sung signs Hwang's contract. Then, a D-rank hunter named Yu Jinho approaches Sung and says they're after the same prize. Before Hwang and the others enter the gate, Yu's worried if they'll be okay. Sung tells Yu that the gate's size doesn't indicate how terrifying the dungeon inside will be. He says the gate's magic power level will indicate if the dungeon will be easy or difficult. As they traverse through this dungeon, Sung gives Yu a rundown on glowstones and their functions. Before Yu asks Sung more questions, Sung tells him to be quiet. Sung uses this chance to listen in on the area's sounds to see if he can pinpoint what type of magic beasts they're dealing with. Sung realizes they're dealing with insect types and tells Hwang. Hwang and his allies remain diligent and demonstrate excellent teamwork against their ant foes. Sung praises Hwang and his party but feels they have room to improve. Sung feels something is amiss. Meanwhile, Hwang and his allies seemingly defeat all the ant monsters. He tells his allies to grab all the essence stones so they can split them up. After Hwang praises Sung for his instincts, another ally tells Hwang that this dungeon may harbor a stronger magic beast. Simultaneously, Sung tells Yu to keep his guard up after Yu tells him that his father got him expensive gear for his first raid. After a brief scene involving Baek and other hunters, we continue following Sung and his party members' C-rank dungeon endeavors. Sung is concerned that Hwang's deal is too good to be true. Hwang and the others stumble upon a cave full of mana crystals. He hopes that these crystals will assist him in growing his Dream Strike team. Yu asks Sung for his contract and confronts Hwang about some details regarding it. Hwang says they should focus on transporting the crystals out of the dungeon before fighting its spider boss. Unfortunately, one of Hwang's allies didn't think they'd find a cave full of mana crystals, so he didn't bring the equipment necessary for excavating them all. Hwang tells Yu and Sung to remain here while they return to his comrade's truck to gather the mining tools. Sung contemplates Hwang's earlier sentiments and realizes something's not adding up. As they leave, Hwang tells his ally to seal up the boss's chamber. Yu and Sung realize they've been betrayed and Sung recalls a comrade's words about several peculiar expeditions. Yu's upset that Hwang and the others betrayed them over mana crystals. Sung tells Yu to stand aside since he plans to combat the spider. The episode closes with a dramatic shot of Sung standing up to the spider boss. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next, and don't forget to subscribe.